This is the Super Bowl Stadium, February 11th on CBS. But meantime, it's Week 6 action. The New England Patriots taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And hello, friends. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson. Our first time in this beautiful stadium. We got a lot of fun times ahead in the coming months.
You're not kidding. Super Bowl season. I'm ready.
These are two teams, though, that are a long way from even thinking about being here in February, both trying to find their way, especially the Patriots. Bill Belichick and the Patriots coming off the two most lopsided losses of his career. Never seen the bottom fall out like it has for them right now.
No, and it's super rare. I mean, you've been doing games here with the Patriots longer than anybody in over 20 years. 2 games not to be competitive. I mean, have you seen it?
I've never seen one like that, like the last 2.
That's crazy.
And they got Mac Jones, who's been turning the football over, and early and often.
That's the hardest thing right now. That's not the Patriot way, and that keeps happening early, and that puts you in a hole, and they can't stay in phase. They got to correct that. I think Coach Belichick talked about starting over this week. You're going to see some changes out there today. Watch out. You're going to see some new stuff.
Meanwhile, the Raiders are coming off a Monday night win, so 6 days later, they have a chance to get back to 3-3. Jimmy Garoppolo and company is going, of course, against his former team, the Patriots.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one to watch because I know him, he knows me, so what do we think they're going to do? Be a good cat and mouse game, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to tackling, fundamentals, and then you got to make the right plays at the big moments, like the Raiders did last week against the Packers.
All right, Tony, so we'll get it started. New England and Las Vegas, yes. It's on the marquee. We'll call it a marquee matchup. New England, Las Vegas, next on CBS.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Going to be a packed house here in Las Vegas. The Raiders will be receiving the kick after New England won the toss and deferred. And before we kick it, we're going to defer to the sidelines and welcome in Tracy. Trace?
Thanks, Jim. An interesting situation at the quarterback position for the Patriots today. Mac Jones will start, but he has been benched the last 2 games. Rookie Malik Cunningham will back him up today, signed to the active roster on Saturday. I watched him in pregame warmups. He only lined up with the wide receivers. We were told that he will be used in a variety of ways, so should be interesting to see. Bailey Zappi, he is the emergency quarterback. Will Greer inactive. And one other note, wide receivers Juju Smith-Schuster and Demario Douglas both out today with concussions.
All right, Trace, thanks for the update. That is highly unusual to see a guy brought up off the practice squad and elevate to backup quarterback.
You don't go from number 4 to 2 in the middle of the football season very often, but with this offensive line and the way they've been performing, you need someone who can move around. Now, I don't expect him to take, over the starting position, but he's there in case things have happened like they did the last few weeks.
Ryland, the rookie, to kick it. And he slams it to the left side and deep for the touchback. Jimmy Garoppolo, you mentioned it. He's thrown the most interceptions this season with 7. He's got all that history with New England, and visiting with him this week, he's very excited about this matchup.
I can see why. They're coming off a huge win, and they closed out a game. For over a year and a half now, they haven't been able to close these games out, Jim, not make the big play at the end. And last week, they beat the Packers. That gives your team confidence to start to gain that belief. But it's only one game. They got to go do it again.
Of course, Jacobs, the running back, led the league last year in rushing. It's been a struggle so far this year. He's going to get the first handle. He's going to plow ahead and get shoved back by Gottschall and company after a gain of about 3. When you talk about this offense and what it can do, the potential it can reach, you start with number 17, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, everything starts there. As a defensive coordinator, he's the guy that you sit here and go, all right, how are we game planning him? How are we going to take him away? These 2 teams practiced against each other in the in training camp, Jim, and right away, Patriots said, this guy can't be guarded one-on-one. He caught every ball. He was like a 95% completion rate. You will not see that same type of coverage today.
2nd and 6. Little play action into the line, and Garoppolo has got a moment to find the rookie tight end. Mayer spins within about a yard of the first. They want to get the ball in his hands more often. They caught a couple of balls against the Packers. Promising second-round prospect brought down there by Peppers. But you got Jackson, the former Patriot, who went off to the Chargers and traded back now to New England. They need him. They're thin in a lot of positions on this defense.
And that was a big pickup. Obviously losing Gonzalez, who was off to an incredible start as a rookie cornerback, but You know, Jackson played really well when he was here in New England. Different system over there with the Chargers, so I think you're going to see him play well again as he comes back.
During a 4-year span, he led the league in interceptions when he's at New England. Here's third down. Garoppolo all kinds of time. And it's, again, Mayer out to the 46 and a first down.